the song is played on the radio, on the TV show, or even live, somebody's got to collect that money. So that's what ASCAP does. There's two large organizations in town, ASCAP and BMI, and they kind of competition, and then, but they each collect radio money. So that's what happens in this room, and that's what happens upstairs. There's people sampling radio play around the universe and making sure songwriters get a little tiny fraction of it. So.
There's also CSAC.
Huh?
There's also CSAC.
There's CSAC, Reggie's publishing company, yes, CSAC. Sorry, I'm trying to keep.
Stand up for my own pond here.
I'm trying to keep this simple. The other, and then we're all gonna go write, or most of us, a couple are gonna write songs upstairs here today at publishing companies. The biggest one in town, I believe, is Sony, that's right next door. Publishing companies basically sign writers like Bob or George or Chuck or Reggie. You sign a contract with those guys, and basically the writer writes the songs, and they are supposed to exploit the catalog and find people who record your songs, and then collect and distribute your money, which they kind of do sometimes. So publishers and record labels collect actual sales. So there's two ways to make money in the music business: radio play or actual sales of CDs and streaming. That's complicated. So these people right here collect radio money. People next door collect money from sales. It's way more complicated than that. But the music business boils down to hit record good, no hit record bad. Yeah. Everything else goes away. If you got a hit, if you're a songwriter, a publisher, a label, a manager, if you're involved in a hit record, party time.
You guys talked a lot about singles last night, so is that because they then get more play?
Yeah, that's really where you get a big bump. A radio single means it gets a bunch of airplay. If you got any further questions, it makes my head hurt. But if you want to ask any of these guys, are extremely well versed in the vagaries of the music business. So if you got any questions about that, one thing nothing else. The one other takeaway from today: we do not sell songs. People say, "You sold any songs?" And I go, "God, I wish." No, we license our songs. We basically either own the copyright or give it to the publisher, and we license it to somebody to use. So very complicated, not necessary.
Entirely too much information.
What ASCAP does, and also thank people at ASCAP for saying, "Sure, use our conference room, use our writer's rooms, drink our coffee." They've asked that we don't use the bathrooms.
We're going on there, there's trees out there.
Yeah, water usage is recouped.
So that's how it
Just
works.
kidding. So I think everybody's here. I think a lot of the pairings kind of happened organically last night, which I always like. So without further, does anybody else want to say anything? Gina, anybody else? And yes,
Can we have more than one
more than one.
writer?
More than one rider.
I like these guys.
You got two. Actually, I want to introduce, he was not here last night, that's my good friend David Kent. I've known David for many decades, and he and I were actually in a Beatle band called Fab together.
Oh, yeah.
And David is a wonderful songwriter, written hits for Blake Shelton, Rodney Atkins, a bunch of other people. He also played keyboard with Hall & Oates for several years. So if you want to go Philly, he's your boy. Youngstown, Ohio, he's your boy.
Akron.
Oh, Akron? No, well, you know, Bob is from
Oh,
Youngstown.
Bob, you're from Youngstown?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
I think of you as an East Coaster, I'm sorry. It's all-
You may get to hear some of that Beatles stuff.
Yeah,
We was rock and roll.
so what we're gonna do, we have,
The Devo days and stuff.
basically, in order to make this like a real musical experience, you're gonna write a song in a writer's room. And we have two writer's rooms next door at Sony ATV, the big dog on the block. And we have one room over at Universal, another big dog on the block. And then we have two writer's rooms upstairs here. And the only other thing I'll say is we appreciate your rolling with the film crew. Basically, the reason the film crew's here is not to put anybody on the spot. Really, Operation Song, the story of this little lean and mean nonprofit is to find a way to make sure this can keep going. And if we can get people if we can get this little film for within the VA for them to be able to sell it to other veterans, So if we can get some good footage, which I know we've already got, we'll get more, they can take this out. We're gonna try to get veterans from around the country to be able to come to Nashville and do this, and you guys are graciously the guinea pigs for this, this little program, so hopefully we'll get some, I know we're gonna get some great songs, seeing them recorded tomorrow is gonna blow your mind. So anyway, we appreciate your rolling with the film crew. How about a big hand for Shannon O'Rourke? For Ryan and everybody, and, okay, so, our pairings, and I think I got this right, Michael Martin, you were gonna be with Reggie Ham. I think you guys talked, and you have some stuff in common, and you're gonna be riding over here at Sony Tree next door.
Okay.
And, Shannon's gonna drive you guys over there. And then Mike Hoskinson, you're gonna be riding with Don. It sounds like you guys have already started.